How was your summer with Drew Hanlen? What did you work on? What were your goals? Did you accomplish them?
Uh, First of all, hello, like Daria said. This summer was one of my most hard-working summers I put in. Everybody know what happened last year, so this summer was really just me working to get my mechanics back, my confidence back, my swagger back, and it was a very productive summer. I'm happy with the work I put in with Drew. You know, we put up a lot of shots, a lot of hours in the gym, and I'm happy where I'm at right now going into training camp. So.
Markelle, can you just talk about the work you did with Drew and where your jump shots at right now going into this season, and where your confidence level is at compared to last year?
Um, First of all, the work I put in with Drew was, I would say probably. I normally work hard. You know, I'm a hard worker, but I mean, I had a lot of motivation going into the summer. You know, last year I had an injury that stopped me from being able to be myself 100%, and so this summer I was really focused on just working hard. You know, to get my shot back to how I would like it, and confidence-wise, I'm very confident going in. You know, I'm very excited for this season. I'm very excited to actually be on the court for longer this season. You know, being able to play more games and actually help my team in as many ways as I can. So I'm very confident going into the season, and both with my shot and confidence-wise. So.
Markelle, Howard Magdal with the step back. It seems to me like there are a lot of parallels between what you went through last year and what Ben went through the year before, and also what Kelsey went through, Kelsey Plum,
Yep.
On the W side. I'm curious if you've reached out to her, if you talked to Ben about it, if you saw any specific things that you take into account for how they managed to make the progress I assume you're looking to make this year.
Definitely. You know, first Kelsey is like a sister/best friend to me. A lot of people know that. And then Ben, he was my teammate. You know, he had to sit out a year, and really just talking to them, just figuring out how they got through that year. Really, just trying to figure out what they did and just work. You know, go back to the basis of what you know, and that's the same thing I did. I just went back to knowing what I know is that's just work as hard as you can and live with the results really, and it's worked out for me. You know, I love going in the gym. I love working out to get the results that I want. That's the only way I know how to do it. You know, there's no really other way you can. So just taking it from them, just stay confident. You know, you really believe in yourself, even when other people don't, and work as hard as you can. So.
Dan Gelston, Associated Press. Markelle, you know, Drew this summer in a podcast said that you had the yips where you forgot how to shoot. That's what he said. How does that happen? Is it just the injury, or is there more to it? Is it a confidence thing? And how do you get that back?
You know, I think it was a misterm in words. You know, but you know, me and Drew have talked, and what happened last year was an injury. Let me get that straight. It was an injury that happened that didn't allow me to go through the certain paths that I needed to shoot the ball. And just like any normal person, when you're used to doing something the same way each and every day, and something happens, of course you're going to start thinking about it. I mean, it's just normal. So, of course, I had that injury happen, and then, you know, people took certain things of changing shots and everything and ran with it, you know, but that didn't affect me. You know, that's the reason I didn't come out last year just trying to go against, you know, the media or whatever. I was just worried about getting healthy and getting back to what I had to do, and that's what I did this summer, so I'm happy.
Markelle, Rich Hoffman, The Athletic. In one of those YouTube videos this summer, it looked like you worked out 3 times during a day. I was curious, one, how often you did that. I assume it wasn't every day you worked out 3 times. And 2, can you kind of walk us through what one of those days was like
it's actually, surprisingly, I actually worked out like probably 3 times the majority of the times, you know, and it wasn't Drew telling me to work out. It was me asking him, you know, to get in the gym. And so most of the time, you know, basically I'll wake up early, you know, go in the gym early, get a workout in for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, you know, and then I'll end up shooting after that. And I'll go eat lunch close to the gym, come back right after that, probably like 45 minutes, an hour after that, do another workout. And depending on how the second workout went and how good I felt, it determined whether or not, you know, I wanted to come back in and get another one, you know. Some days I felt good and I still wanted to come back in because I wanted to keep feeling that same feeling. And some days I had a bad workout and I wanted to come back in to make sure I left out on a good note. So, I mean, it was just all, you know, my drive and love that I have for the game and just wanting to work and actually put in work to get the results that I needed. And and that's just what it was. And Drew was able, you know, he was in the gym just as long as I was in there. So I mean, big thanks to him too. But it was just a mindset I had this summer. So.
Markelle, Mike McGarry from the Atlantic City Press. You talked about getting your swagger confidence back this summer. Was that a gradual process, or was there a moment where you said, "Hey, I'm back," or "I feel like my old self"? And the second part of a question is, the adversity that you went through last year, in some strange way, was there a benefit, you know, to it? Are you better for having gone through that?
For sure. First, I'm gonna start with your second question first. The adversity I went through last year, I don't think no 19-year-old ever went through what I went through last year. You know, going through something that I love, the game I love, and having an injury happen, and then have to deal with the media, have to deal with people, you know, saying certain stuff, and then have to deal with yourself, you know, just wanting to go in the gym and just be yourself and telling your body to do something and it's not doing it. It was tough, you know. It was tough, but at the end of the day, I had a support system of my team, my mom, and then just believing in God and the ability that I have and that I know I have. So at the end of the day, it wasn't as tough for me because I knew that, you know, I got here for a reason, and it wasn't a mistake. So I always had the same mindset, really, and that's just what that was. And then with the swagger part, you know, it was a gradual thing, you know. It was just, you know, me just getting back to feeling myself, you know, because without thinking, you know, coming back in the gym, you know, having fun with the game because I was so worried about doing stuff the right way that I lost, like, thinking about having fun, you know. So it was just a matter of just getting back in the gym, having fun, and it just slowly happened. And before you knew it, I was back to, you know, feeling like myself even better, you know, just knowing that I've been what I've been through, that it's even better now, so.
Markelle, Jess Camerato for USA Today. What would make this a successful season for you?
I think for me, a successful season for me is just being happy. First and foremost, happy with how I'm playing, not really worried about what other people think. And then just contributing to my team in any way, you know, being myself, my personality, and then the way I play on the court, just being able to showcase that, I think I'll be fine. Everything else will take care of itself, the points, the goals I have, everything like that. If I just focus on those small things, and everything else will take care of itself.
John Schumann, NBA.com. Given the trade that the Celtics and Sixers made before the draft, are you motivated by Jason Tatum's success, or do you sort of disassociate from that and have enough motivation otherwise?
I definitely have enough motivation myself, you know. Growing up, I never looked at how somebody else was doing to try to determine how hard I wanted to work. I'm very happy for Jason, you know. A lot of people don't know, like, he's like a best friend to me off the court, you know. We talk. I'm happy for all the guys in my class. I want them to do the best. But at the end of the day, I'm on a mission to be the best I can possibly be. So I'm going to just do whatever I have to do to get to where I need to go. And if that has to be, you know, competing against him, I'm going to compete to the best of my ability. But I never look at anybody else and try to, like, pretty much set my goals off what somebody else did, you know, because I'm my own guy. At the end of the day, I'm going to have to do what I have to do. So thank you.